And the other misconception with regard to advanced healthcare directives is that most people think of it in terms of only a life or death kind of circumstance, when in fact it is much broader than that. It could involve something that is routine. It could involve somebody perhaps who needs a minor surgical procedure, but maybe doesn't have the capacity to give consent to a medical provider, or day-to-day medical care. Taking a family member to a medical provider and being able to have open and direct communication with doctors about routine care. So it's a very broad document. It is really necessary to make sure that those things are in place in advance, because if a person reaches a point, even through accident, where it's unexpected, and they're not able to make those choices, the only remedy to deal with designating somebody to have that authority is to end up in court in a request for a conservatorship order. A very expensive process, somewhat lengthy process. It can involve a minimum of 3 to 4 months. The court requires an investigation, because we're dealing with something pretty serious when we're asking or seeking an order for somebody's own personal liberties or freedoms to be given to somebody else in order to make decisions. So we have to make sure the legal system, the judicial process has to make sure that the rights of everybody is protected and that we're doing something that is really in the best interest of the person who needs help or care. So it's really important that those things be done in advance. Conservatorship cases are a minimum of $5,000 to $8,000 in legal fees, so plus court costs and investigation fees and things like that. So it can add up to a lot of money, and it can result in family conflict if there's a disagreement about how those things should be addressed. So having those things planned in advance helps our family members be able to reconcile any disagreement so that they're not at odds with each other in court, perhaps damaging relationships irreparably in some circumstances.